We talk a lot about art and energy and nightlife on this show, but sometimes the deepest transformation starts in the quiet, grounded work of healing ourselves and showing up differently in our relationships. Our next guest is a cycle breaker, a truth speaker, and a voice of wisdom for women, teens, and anyone ready to lead their lives from the inside out. She's the founder of Guide Your Mind and a solo mama on a mission to bring emotional intelligence, nervous system regulation, and authentic self-expression into homes, relationships, and workplaces across BC. From sitting beside those in their final moments in hospice care to helping high-achieving women reclaim their feminine energy, her journey has been rooted in sacred witnessing and emotional empowerment. Through her coaching, books, workshops, and a brand new podcast, she's guiding women to soften without losing their strength, to express without exploding or shutting down, and to reconnect without compromising who they are. That's pretty damn incredible. She's also the heartbeat behind transformative team programs, school partnerships, and a lifestyle service that supports emotional peace through home organization. Because as she says, sometimes peace begins with the state of your home. So very true. With nicknames like Queen of Connection and the Emotional Decoder, she was just featured last weekend at the Aria Goddess Festival in Coldstream, a beautiful celebration of feminine energy, healing, and empowerment. Her work blends trauma-informed tools, relationship repair, and sacred self-expression in a way that's both wildly practical and deeply transformative. Please welcome the radiant, revolutionary, and rooted Kandace Stoneman. Play. Hey, pretty lady. Welcome to the show. I'm going to hug you, okay?
Please do.
Welcome to Kelowna After Dark. Have a seat and chat with me.
It's a pleasure to be here.
I'm so happy that you came. How are you doing today?
It's such a great day. I'm just pumped to be in the studio with you guys.
Awesome. Right on. Thanks for having patience while we did the do.
Oh, we have to. It's part of life.
Fair enough, right?
Yeah.
So are you ready to have me get all up in your business and ask you questions?
I would love it.
Oh, fabulous. Okay. So you have built such an inspiring platform with Guide Your Mind, supporting women and teens, parents, and even home-based entrepreneurs. How did your journey from hospice care lead to the work that you're doing now?
Well, when I was working in hospice, I realized how important peace and connection is. You know, so often we go through life just busy going through it. And I got to see firsthand just how important that is. And, you know, with my own struggle of bullying and low self-esteem, just depression, anxiety, all the things that are in this modern day mental health crisis we're in.
Yep.
It was just something that I had to get some help with. I hired a life coach. It was so transformative. I realized that emotional wellness, that peace, that connection, it's a lifestyle worth investing in. It's something that sign me up for more of that.
Yeah, I totally agree. It is so helpful. And I love the work that you're putting out into the world, honestly.
That means a lot.
We need more people like you. Yeah. So sacred expression, what is that? And why is that such a game changer for a lot of women?
Yeah, so when I think of sacred expression, you know, there's expression like venting, complaining, ranting, and it feels really good sometimes. But sacred expression is about being the truth of who you are, expressing yourself with authenticity, being allowed to say your truth, your boundaries, your needs, your wants, your desires from a place that honors both you and the other person.
Yeah, that's the important one.
Yeah, it's mutually fulfilling, it's mutually respectful, and it's a game changer because it's the difference between having these argument cycles that feel like never ending, or having a calm, productive conversation.
That would be fabulous, right?
It's the difference of snapping at your partner or being the calm, confident leader in your life, taking ownership of your feelings and what you need.
And that would be, life altering, absolutely.
Changes your whole relationship dynamic across the board.
Do we find that sometimes in that shift that some people are a little resistant to come along with that?
People that come to me are usually pretty ready
That's fair.
Make a change. You know, it's usually people that they're yelling at their kids too much. They're no longer soulmates, they're roommates with their partner. They know that if something doesn't change, you know, it's the ending of a relationship, breakdown of a close connection.
Yeah.
And it could be at their work as well. It really goes across.
Yeah, relationships are so multifaceted, right?
So people are usually pretty ready to dive in.
Right on. What do you do if you are coaching and it's a relationship romantically and one partner's like, I'm in, I'm good, I'm absorbing this, and one isn't quite there yet? How do you generally deal with that?
That is such a great question. I find when we as women say, and men come to me as well, because I understand women very well. So when a woman can tap back into her body, what she needs, what she values, where her boundaries are, she can actually start showing up for herself in a really beautiful way. And then with communication skills that I teach, and just, it's a skill. So that's good news. Everyone can learn that skill.
That's huge.
Right? Once they start doing that, they're able to communicate from a place of warmth, softness, a place of love and not fear, and not just their old wounds that are kind of running the show. So it actually can activate a man into like, whoa, she's different. It's really
that's
profound.
neat.
Yeah, when she's tapped into her power and her feminine energy.
Oh, I like that. That is very cool.
Yeah.
So a lot of your work focuses on helping high-achieving women soften without losing their strength. So what does that actually look like practically in real life?
Yeah, just to kind of back that up a little bit, is we go through our childhood, our life, and we have these wounds and these pains that we pick up along the way. And if we don't tend to that, it just will spill out into your life.
It does.
And so I'm just so passionate about teaching women to be able to find their feelings so that they can express themselves. It goes back to that sacred expression. And it's the difference, again, between shutting down, melting down, slamming the door and like, I hate you, and like, you don't even understand me. And it really can turn conflict and criticism and into connection. And
That's
so it's
awesome.
Really powerful.
Yeah, powerful. Yeah. Oh, I love that. And what do you notice is the biggest roadblock for a lot of women trying to communicate in the middle of conflict?
I think it's our societal programming of like good girls, like be seen and not heard. And it's, a lot of protective, we're wired for connection, but we have these protective layers that we cope over time. And so we learn to zip it. We learn to keep the peace, but whose peace are we even keeping?
That's a damn good question.
Right? Not mine.
Right? Yeah, no, not in that moment.
Yeah, we can abandon ourselves and we lose ourselves. We become a shell of who we used to be.
Yeah.
So yeah, when we can just stand strong and like anchor into who we really are, again, like your whole world changes. It's profound.
I love it. That's like, honestly gives me like the feels and like hope. And
I tend to have that effect.
that is awesome. So how does it feel to know that you put that out into the world and that you can affect such positive change in other people's lives?
It really means everything to me as somebody who really struggled, the first half of my life. I just knew that I don't want the rest of my life to be riding the struggle bus. And so it does feel that with that sacred witnessing of working in hospice, for me to just hold that in and not spread the word of like, you guys need to get a handle, like your peace will be gone. You'll get to the end of your life and you will have regrets that are deeply painful. And so if I can spare somebody from that, because it's brutal.
Yeah.
And so to spare somebody from that, it feels like my calling, my purpose.
We need to get you a sparkly cape, girl.
Okay.
That's like a superpower. I'm here for that.
Yeah.
That is very cool. But I get what you mean though, because being in that kind of area, that's the perspective that everybody's having. They're evaluating their life. They're looking at their choices. And that has been one of my biggest fears, is to be in that moment and look and go, oh no, I don't like that. And it changes how you do things for sure.
If you can be proactive rather than reactive.
Probably way better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely going to be now. So you offer more than just coaching, though. You also help lighten the emotional and physical load with your home-based services. So how does that support that transformation?
Yeah, so Guide Your Mind just expanded to where we're offering cleaning and home organization with a twist.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
So it's got that coaching side of it, because having a clean home, as lovely as it is, it actually gives us so much peace when we can see things are in order.
Yes.
And so if you're trying to do all this inner work and feel peace on the inside, but your outer world, your environment is
a little
makes
chaotic.
you want to lose your bananas every time you walk past that certain place where the kids throw their backpack and their shoes. There's so much we can do to just help bring more peace into the home. And so, yeah, anyone who books with me, like, I just want to bring extra service where they're going to get that systems of peace is what I'm calling it. It's about having standard operating systems for your home, much like you would
a business. Absolutely.
Right? That daily dinner dilemma. That's what I call it.
I love it.
Like
yes.
Being a referee.
That's a moment.
You can actually have a fair fighting framework. I mean, I'm teaching my 6-year-old how to disagree respectfully.
I love that.
So it's having frameworks, systems, and then it just is going to trickle on over into their inner world. So if we can get that on both sides.
Win. Total win. Absolutely. Yeah. That is very cool.
Yeah.
I love that. And I love that you offer stuff, because a lot of time with life coaching, it's like, okay, we can do something within your business or within your relationship or your children, but you get it all. And they're all connected, and all of those things are so huge for women, because we're at the top of that, right? And fix one piece, that's awesome. But you're like, here, I'll help you fix it all.
I have shivers from that, because I think for women, and not just women, but that's a lot of who comes to me, it's that invisible workload of running a home that is not so invisible for us. It's like in our face.
Yep.
But to, teach our kids how to notice the mental load that we carry, how to notice the invisible workload of the home, how to be a contributor in the family, and to work at increasing the culture and the connection in our family. It just, I'm obsessed with understanding human behavior and patterns. And so, it's just something I can bring to the home.
I love it. Yeah, you definitely have a very unique perspective there. And it sheds a lot of light in areas that don't normally get shown together.
I agree.
So I think that's very cool. So what are some subtle signs that someone might need to strengthen their emotional awareness or their boundaries?
It's snapping at their partner again. It's yelling at their kids over them losing their shoes 5 minutes before they have to leave. It's saying yes to too many things, overcommitting. Why am I drained and tired and burnt out all the time? It's being tapped out, touched out, maxed out. And, I think as women, it's that busy modern life, busy culture that I just want people to move away from and get reconnected within. It brings more peace into our lives.
We could all use some peace. Yeah. That's for sure. What's one shift someone can make today to start honing their truth and stop people pleasing?
Well, they're in for a little treat, because I'm actually going to teach them that one thing that they can start implementing today.
Fabulous.
It brought me out of a place of stuckness. I created it myself. So I'm going to teach them a little tip and a trick that I feel really passionate about. So it'll help them tap back into what they need and look after themselves on a deeper level.
That sounds fantastic. Well, I want to ask you one more question.
Please do.
For someone who's watching this and thinking like, hey, that's me, I need this, how do they connect with you?
They can go onto my website. I've got my website, guideyourmind.ca, and find me on the socials. I'm sure you'll link them.
Absolutely, we will. Yeah, we'll have them on the page too.
Yeah, Guide Your Mind Coach or Kandace Stoneman. And they can text me, call me, whatever they want.
Perfect. That sounds wonderful. So every time you and I chat, I always feel this fabulous energy, and I'm super happy and excited. So I'm so jacked to share that with the audience. Are you ready to do the do?
Hey, welcome to the Guide Your Mind headquarters. I am happy to have you here with me in my office. Today, I want to teach you a framework that I find so helpful in my own life, so much so that I have to share it with all my clients, and I'm going to share it with you right now. First, a little bit of a reality check, maybe a bit of an intense realization even. But a quick question, have you ever thought to yourself or wondered, why is it that you feel disconnected or dissatisfied, just feeling like unfulfilled in life when everything on paper seems fine? If you've ever felt that way, I want you to know that you are not alone. In fact, it's very common, and I have felt this way myself. Years ago, I worked in hospice, and I would sit at the bedside of those who were at the end of their life. And one of the things that I realized that's been just such a gift in my life to be able to witness this is that it wasn't about their fancy house or their collection of designer bags or how nice their car was. No, it wasn't that at all. It was about how fully they lived and about how deeply they loved, about how connected they felt to those who matter most. It was about how much peace they felt within themselves. And the thing that I realized is that they were realizing the cost of their regrets realized too late. And I don't want that for you. They were realizing that all of that unspoken pain, those unresolved conflicts, the unrepaired relationships, the unlived dreams, and the unexpressed emotions, that is what they were sitting with. And oh my goodness, that looked so painful. And so now it is my mission to help as many people as possible so that you don't get to the end of your life one day and realize you're in the same boat. And so this framework I'm about to teach you from this little guide I made called Decode Your Emotions. It's on my website in my shop, guideyourmind.ca. And there's several wheels that you'll see. Now, with this framework, it's called the F.I.N.D framework. Let me walk you through it. It's about finding your feelings, because finding your feelings and making peace with your feelings is the path to emotional peace. And you want this. So the F stands for feelings. And in this wheel that you'll see here, it's really important that you pinpoint your feelings. You can name it to tame it. It really helps your body feel more calm. It helps your brain, your nervous system start to settle down instead of it looping. Maybe you feel insignificant. Maybe you feel inadequate, rejected. Just by pinpointing it, that name it to tame it, you'll feel a sense of peace within. Next, let's move on to the I in the F.I.N.D framework. That is for that inside sensation, your emotion, that quick automatic response that your body has. Maybe it's a pit in your stomach or a lump in your throat or a clenched jaw and fists. You just feel that adrenaline pumping through your veins, a sudden wave of heat. Those are your emotions and they happen automatically. And it's so important that you can tap into this and pinpoint where you feel it in your body, because that helps you feel it to heal it. And the thing with this is, if you are one of those people who wants to be less reactive, it's very important for you to feel your sensations in your body so that you can start to see the pattern, because there's a pattern. So that's the I. Next, let's go on to the N. That is need. So often I would work with clients and I would ask them, so what do you think you need here? They would have no clue. In fact, it would be many years since they were even paying attention to what their needs were, especially if they had kids. And so it might be that you need to eat more than just the crust off your kid's toast, okay? Maybe you need a full sandwich. It might mean that you need to have a good cry with a friend, or a fun time with a night out with somebody, or maybe a cup of tea, put your feet up and just rest for a few minutes. Or maybe it's where you need to go hide in the bathroom. If you're a parent, I know you know. The next thing is the D. It stands for do. It's really important that you do the thing that you need. And I know this sounds so simple and elementary, but I promise you it is. Most people are not doing this. And so if you can find your feeling, articulate that just even to yourself. You're feeling insignificant about something and you feel a pit in your stomach. And you need to have a conversation with somebody who can hold space for you to work through that. And now you're going to call the friend or call the coach or call the counselor, whomever. It's really important that you do these steps. The F.I.N.D framework will serve you so well.
If you want any more tips on this, I'm always happy to have a conversation with you. It's been so fun to share this with you today, and I really hope that you can implement this into your life.
Oh, that's so exciting. I cannot wait for that book to come out and to check out your podcast. So exciting. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I'm going to hug you. This has been fabulous. Thank you so very much. Let's give it a round of applause, guys. Thank you so much. Yes, let's dance.